Alright, bro. I told him in an episode of the beginnings that I was the greatest filmmaker ever.
I agree.
And the greatest filmmaker ever has just got his first film into production. Clap it up. Thank you. Little dab. But it's not completed yet. So, can't celebrate.
Right.
Can't celebrate. But yeah, bro. It's going to be a film series. It's going to be a Trusted Trails YouTube channel. You feel me?
I feel that.
Exactly. Yeah. But, yeah, man, I'd say more about it, but it's not complete yet. So, just a little teaser. I just wanted to tease them. I just wanted to tease them.
Just let them know.
Exactly.
A little more in the podcast. Yes, sir. Probably doing about 1 million things.
Another clap that they can't see. Another clap they can't see. Bro, we gotta get cameras, fam.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
All the movement and shit.
Yes,
We
bro.
don't need fucking virtual reality.
100%, bro. 100%, bro. We definitely got it. Because it's just, I feel like we're too much energy. Animated, thank you. Yeah. We're too animated, bro. And like, it's dope, but they just can't see it yet.
I can't. Probably sitting there like, fuck.
It's their loss, though.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why you should stick around, because you never know what we're going to be like in a year or two. We're going to do a podcast on the Eiffel Tower or some shit, bro,
Yeah, man.
You never know. Shit going to be wild, though.
Speaking of film, actors, bro.
Yeah.
Working around actors. I didn't realize exactly what it was like until I got around this song.
What's it like?
It's just like they stay in character even when they're not in character. You know what I mean? Like even when they're them, they're like in character. Yeah, bro. I was at this theater, right? And I remember I was talking to this actor who was a veteran. He'd been doing it for like 20 years or so. We're there and he's giving me some advice because, obviously I'm the greatest filmmaker ever. But the wise man knows he knows nothing. So he was giving me some advice, and teaching me about the business aspect of it and a couple other things. But, and then this lady comes in, from the side and they're walking, and she's like, hey, husband. I said, I guess they're together. I waved at her too, Next thing I know, a couple minutes later, another female walked in, and she was like, hey, husband, there too. And I just remember sitting there asking him, where'd that all come from? And him just saying how they had worked on a few projects in the past before and they had great chemistry and, I guess they just kept it.
Right.
But even off the stage, I think is good, but at the same time, it's a little worrisome.
It's worrisome.
It's worrisome for me.
I think for them it's, how they get their fun and shit. Like imagine you did something you were so proud of with somebody else, and then you don't see them for a little bit, but then you come back to some shit and I don't know, like say we used to have plays in basketball and shit. Like imagine right. Remember that off the top, and then we go see like two dudes were like, bro, you trying to go fucking AB-47? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's kind of like that,
I get you.
A lot deeper. It's more like
that's the thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I actually love it.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, it shows their dedication to their craft. I absolutely love it. I completely love it, but being around it, if you're not the first time you're around it, it's not like, it's just, it may throw you off a bit.
I mean, think about it like this, bro. We had millions of jokes throughout high school, bro. Every time we saw each other, I would be talking about some orangutan tit. Like, bro, the people around us had no idea what we were talking about, dog. I was just saying bullshit,
But that's high school, though. You know what I'm saying? That's high school. Like, this shit, man, reminds me of fucking the first day, freshman year. Freshman year, going out there so early to catch the bus. I think they said the bus was coming at 7. I got out there at like 6:40. Yeah, early. Waited around.
Two different stops.
Waited around 20 minutes, then another 10,
5.
Then another 5.
Next thing you know, I got a text. This is bro. You on a bus?
Yeah, man. I had to text Leak and ask him, like, did the bus come? I thought maybe I, was at the wrong stop or something, And
it was nothing but wind and dust and shit. And everybody else was on the bus. There was no noise, no engine, no nothing, no. Like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just got the, bro. Honestly, I was hoping for the text, but I didn't think it was coming. I'm like, bro, how is every single person on that bus with me? And then I got the text. I was like, dog, which stop are you at? He said, bro, I'm by the crib. I'm like, dog, I didn't make it.
Yeah, man. I didn't make it. That shit's weird, bro. I don't know, but
even John was like, yeah, bro, everybody was on the bus. I'm like, dog, how?
I mean, bro, like I said, man, I was out there earlier. I guess they came out there earlier.
They had to come early because I know for a fact I was out there, like, bro, way before the time was scheduled. I made sure I was getting on the bus.
That brings me back to film, though. Because have you ever seen films that were about, like, high school and shit?
Yeah.
And how completely different?
Yeah,
man.
Speaking of going back real quick, I just want to bring it up. That's what I was talking about in the last podcast, in the first podcast.
Speak on it.
About how reality is so different. And I'm not saying it's bad to have an idea, but when the idea is so repetitive that it makes a child feel like that's how shit should be, it's to me the wrong type of education.
So what is the right type of education?
I'll be honest, even though I literally just said not the right type, I don't think that there is a rule book and that there should be a rule book, and I don't believe in censorship. However, I think there should be consideration and moderation.
Okay.
So I think maybe it should be more considerate about the shit they put in. Even if they do want to portray.
You're referring to the companies, right? The Disneys and the corporations from the last episode.
Yeah, honestly, just media in general. I feel like there should be more. Because again, like, I really don't believe in censorship, but I also believe in the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I think there should be an element of both imagination and fact. That's right.
Well, imagination is the most important thing, I think, necessary. But they don't teach you that in the normal education of the school system.
They just teach you facts that you're supposed to remember.
Exactly.
Call that being smart. Like,
exactly. It's a little
ridiculous.
It's a little ridiculous, but it also goes into the argument of, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? You following?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want to do with your life? Yeah. Once you have that figured out, there's no real need for any other source of knowledge.
Right.
It
should be.
I remember because like 100 years ago, right? Henry Ford. They basically, the newspaper had slandered him. They said that he was illiterate, dumb, and he sued him, right, for slander. So they had him on the jury, and they're like, he asked him a bunch of questions that you learn in basic high school. Who's Benedict Arnold? All those types of questions. How many British soldiers they send over, in the war. And he basically answered with, why should I fill my head up with general knowledge when I have a button, an electric push button on my desk that I can call anybody over to answer those questions, So why should I fill my head up with general knowledge? So, and obviously he won the case too, by the way. Yeah. But it was just, it just goes back to that education point where it's like, they don't teach you what's necessary to survive in life.
The facts. They don't teach you half that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
They throw you in a classroom with a bunch of other animals and say, we have to learn this. We have to do this. You know what I'm saying? They tell us that from the start.
And that's what makes it, like, that's what goes, it's like when you're in elementary and it's like, you start to culminate this feeling of, like, I don't like this. Yeah. And then damn, I have another, like, 14 years of this.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I think it's...
I mean, dog, you ever see a video where, like, they have videos or some shit, like, sending their little brother off the first day of school or something? They'd be so happy, and then after school, they literally look depressed, dog. Like, they're mad as fuck. Like, bro, I have to do this every day.
Well, because you think about it, before you go to elementary school, right, you're about 2-3 years old.
Yeah.
And your mind is just filled up with imaginative things.
Exactly.
You're just just a lot of imagination.
Yeah. That's all.
And when they're like, it's your first day of school, you assume as a kid that it's going to be what you envision as this imaginative place around other people who are just like you, who's imaginative and happy, but then and it's completely the opposite, So but that goes. It's across all cultures though.
Not only that though, but like across all cultures, shit is different. You know what I'm saying? School here versus school in England is different.
It teach you different. Well, they have to, right? Because it's like, all right, history, World War II. If we look at World War II, right?
Germany.
They teach you in London. You really think that they're explaining it the same way that they explain it in America? Of course not. It went very different for those people. Exactly. You think Japan teaches it? Exactly.
A lot of people don't actually realize that though.
They don't. How can they though? Because like you said, you stay in the same place for 14 years, and it's just a repetitive cycle of information that you learn that they just keep
throwing at you for
over and over and over.
The reason is to distract you. Really, is because if you put it like in reality, the reason is because they need their money and that's what they're told to teach. But
right. Well, that's just look. We'll pick this up next episode, then we'll definitely do a part 2 of this because I like it. I definitely like the topic.